Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm tackling some difficult topics. Harry and Meghan up to their usual tricks and irritating people. I have just done one on Archbishop Tutu and Archie and the exploitation of global icons, in my opinion. And that was of course inspired by Harry and Meghan's statement on the passing of Archbishop Tutu. It's a very self-serving statement, and it's not the only self-serving statement that they have come out with in the past few days. The Christmas card, of course, came out, timed to try and knock the Cambridges off their pedestal and place the Sussexes firmly there instead, in my opinion. And the Christmas card, of course, was rather nauseating, and it announced that Harry and Meghan had made donations to various charities, including one that is helping bring Afghan families to the United States, and that was in fact the charity that released the Christmas card. So, needless to say, someone has popped up, indignant as all hell about this, and that someone is Trevor Coult, C-O-U-L-T. If you want to look him up, excuse me, he has a YouTube channel. He is very busy on Twitter and various other platforms, social media, and he's been around for a while. He is of course, a decorated veteran, British Army veteran. He's from Belfast, Northern Irish man. Doesn't mince his words. He's very critical of Prince Harry, and he actually worked with Prince Harry. Trevor Coult was awarded a military cross for bravery in Iraq. He then was discharged from the army for mental health reasons. He suffers from PTSD. He has campaigned very energetically for mental health issues in the military, and of course had some dealings with Prince Harry. Since Prince Harry has left the royal family, Trevor Coult has been very critical of him, called him, among other things, a complete idiot. And he has just released a video really ripping into Prince Harry for his broken promises to the military. Apparently in 2015, around the time, I gather, that Invictus was set up, the Invictus Games, Prince Harry said that he would dedicate the rest of his life to military veterans. And not so much, no money to military veterans in this Christmas card. Money instead to help bring Afghan families to the United States. Trevor Coult, needless to say, very angry. I'm going to be doing a Celtic cross, looking at this from Prince Harry's point of view, because of course I did a reading yesterday that is in my Royals playlist, and it was about Prince Harry's life purpose. Will he ever find one? A man without a mission, it's called. And I saw in that reading that his military mission, his purpose, all that he claimed that he was so into, really not so much smoke and mirrors. It was a PR game. It was to rehabilitate his image in public. We all thought that, but there was a part of me that believed he really was into it. But it seems like he just liked dressing up. He liked putting his uniform on, prancing around, looking important. So the underlying energy of this reading is the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, and there is it. No money has been forthcoming from Archibald to those veterans, to the people who really need help. So that's it, very clear. No money going everywhere but to those people. Money not going on the path that he promised. The Ace of Pentacles is about a new path, committing to a new path, a steadfast new path, making money on that path, being very, very loyal and reliable on that path. Nope. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. So, reading from Prince Harry's point of view, the heart of the matter. What is it? The Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Lots of things coming to my mind, so I hope I can remember them all with this card. First of all, it is of course the Queen herself, the Queen of Pentacles, Earth Sign woman, Her Majesty the Queen, Queen Elizabeth. He's let her down. He knows it. He's let not only the Queen directly, but everything that the Queen represents: service, loyalty, dedication. That is what the Queen of Pentacles represents, and the Queen of Pentacles is embodied by Her Majesty the Queen. All those attributes of service, loyalty, generosity, kindness, support. Always she has supported Prince Harry. She still seems to be supporting Prince Harry. He hasn't returned the favour. He has let the crown down completely and utterly, and he knows it. So his challenge right now, well, there it is. His challenge is the Magician. His challenge is that PR game that he's playing, of trying to reinvent himself, trying to pull the wool over all of our eyes and pretend to be something that he is not. And at the moment, he's pretending still to be a mental health champion. He's pretending to care about things like that. Again, I saw from the reading that he actually doesn't really care. I think he cares, all my opinion, all allegedly, I think he cares about his own mental health. I don't think he cares about anyone else's mental health. And again, allegedly. So his problem right now is to try and reinvent himself, to try and come up with a new trick that we're all going to fall for. It does look like he's going to succeed in that reading. I keep referring to that reading. It seems to belong with this one. I had no idea that was going to happen when I did that reading, but he looks like he's going to somehow get involved with environmental issues linked with Prince William somehow, perhaps Prince Charles somehow. But anyway, this reading is the one we're doing. Yeah, he's got to come up with a new trick to bamboozle us all with. It's really coming across in a very negative way in this reading. It's a very ugly energy that's coming off that card, even though it's in the upright. So what's going on behind the scenes right now with Prince Harry? Well, there she is, the Empress. I think that Meghan Markle's fingerprints are all over this. She is the reason why he had to chuck the military. She wanted him to do something more glamorous. The uniforms were great, they were fine, but didn't bring in the money, did it? The Empress is about abundance, is about manifesting, getting creative about things. And really it is about manifesting. There she is, sitting in Montecito, in the garden in Montecito, in one of those very expensive dresses that she likes to wear, however inappropriate they are and however they don't suit her. She doesn't care. It might as well leave the price tag on. That's really all it is about for her, in my opinion. And she is the one that's behind this all. She is the one saying, go off and be a chimpo, go off and join, trying to turn him into first wife for her when she's President of the United States. She's got her own ideas, her own agenda, and the military really have no place in that at all. Meghan Markle is not about service. I could be very rude right now, but I'm not going to be, and crass. Let's move on to Prince Harry's focus right now. Well, it's fallen out with friends. I think Trevor Coult might actually have been a friend of his at some stage. They might have gone for drinks together, that kind of thing, because that's what the Three of Cups represents. Hanging out with your mates. It's in the reverse. He's lost a friend. Not the first friend that Prince Harry has lost because of this Empress. Not the first, won't be the last either. He's lost his family as well as his friends. And he knows it. He knows that he has dishonoured the crown. He knows that he has lost a friend, seemingly a very good friend, somebody who is working very hard to make the world a better place. What is Prince Harry doing? We all would like to know. So, past. What went on in the past with all of this? And it is the Eight of Swords in reverse. That is getting yourself out of some kind of mental prison. Prince Harry liberated himself from his involvement with the military. He literally freed himself. He decided he would go to the Lion King premiere instead of to a military memorial service. He would go to America instead of staying on as Captain General of the Marines, and so on and so on. He freed himself. He found his freedom. Yes. And how's it going to be going in the future with Prince Harry and the military, the veterans? Well, he's going to have to put in some work, and it looks like he is going to roll his sleeves up and try and do some work for them, try and make some money for them, to make up for all of this bad press, this bad odour that lingers around Prince Harry and his abandoning of the military. He is going to work at it. He is going to try anyway to work at it and try and raise funds for them. Of course, there is the Invictus Games coming up next year, I think. Is it in Germany? I can't remember. I think it's in Germany. But yeah, it looks like he's going to be doing some fundraising after all. This kick in the pants that's come from Trevor Coult on YouTube. And is, I think, being quite widely seen. I think Lady C has given him a bit of a boost on her channel, and I'm picking him up in my travels. I'm not really busy on Twitter and places like that, but the places that I tend to go to, he's popping up, and this is why I'm redoing this reading now. So how does Prince Harry feel right now towards Trevor Coult? And oh wow, that is very painful, very painful. Three of Swords. Hard to tell whether Prince Harry feels that he is the one who's been stabbed through the heart, or whether he knows that he stabbed Trevor Coult through the heart. Knowing Prince Harry, it's more likely that Prince Harry feels that he has been betrayed. He's very disappointed that this is how Trevor Coult now sees him, as being a snake in the grass, stabbed, treachery. The three of hearts is real treachery. Very often there's someone else in the mix, and there's someone else in the mix. The Empress got between them and sent Prince Harry off somewhere else in a new direction. And so Trevor Coult feels absolutely betrayed and heartbroken, but Prince Harry also feels betrayed and heartbroken. This is a real falling out of friends, and it's painful. It's very painful. Prince Harry is actually feeling this pain as much as he is capable of feeling pain. Other people's pain, not so much, but his own pain, yes, definitely. This is painful. What pressure is Prince Harry under from all of this right now? And the pressure is the happy families that he has gone off to manifest this happy family somewhere else, this rainbow, the perfect couple, the perfect children, the perfect home. It's not true with the Ten of Cups. It's always a little bit too much, protesting too much about how wonderful everything is. Prince Harry's pressure is to really produce the goods as far as that dream is concerned. He left everything behind to manifest that. How's it going, Harry? It's the second time this card has come up today in these readings, these quite ugly readings. So I'm not buying this card. I'm not buying this Ten of Cups. I don't think Trevor Coult is buying this card either. I don't think most people are buying that card. And so Prince Harry has got his work cut out to prove that he made the right decision. He picked the right thing, that Ten of Cups. He went after his own personal happiness and satisfaction, and left duty and service and loyalty and his comrades in arms. He left them behind. So his hopes and fears right now, Prince Harry, he is, what's the word? I can never think of the word with this card. It's on high alert. It's sort of poised and ready for action. It's vigilant. It's defensive energy for the Page of Swords. He's hoping that he can fight back, I suppose, is what I'm trying to say, that this doesn't get out of control on social media. The Page of Swords is about communication, of course, and it's quite harsh communication because it's swords. It's quite cutting. It's quite brutal. So he is wary of this. He's anxious about this. He is probably feeling quite vulnerable, and how he doesn't really know how to retaliate, how to defend himself against this, but he is going to try, or he's hoping that he is able to survive this rather cutting criticism of him. And it's not the first time that Trevor Coult has, of course, come out and attacked Prince Harry very publicly. The outcome for Prince Harry, well, he's going to move on from this. He is going to move on with his little family. He is going to leave it behind. It looks like he's going to leave the military behind as well in this card, and it's nothing but trouble now for him. He's going to put his bit of work in, try and make some money for the Invictus Games. I think the Invictus Games always had a limited shelf life, but yeah, he's going to leave it all behind in the past, and he's going to try and sneak away, really. We've already had sneaky energy today in the reading I've just done. There's a bit of a sneaky energy about the Six of Swords for me. journey, turning his back on his past, turning his back on his friends, turning his back on his duty, and moving on. He already, of course, has literally moved, and the Six of Swords is a card about international travel. It is about literally going somewhere else to get away from difficult situations. He's liberated himself there. He's physically gone, but he still, I think, has some mental work to do to put this all behind him and think, well, I've moved on from that. Don't care, not looking back. To hell with all of them. I've got my little family. I've got my future destination. I know where I'm going, and I'm leaving you all behind in my wake. As I said, ugly energy coming out of the cards in this reading. Not the reading that I intended to do today, but it's the reading that asked to be done. So I hope you survived it intact. And I need to go and cool down now. And thank you for watching as ever. And I will see you tomorrow.